Cobras, and welcome back to this edition of your Cobra TV News.
Today is Wednesday of B-Day, so make sure to go to your proper classes.
My name is Samantha Tepper.
And I'm Nico Oliva.
Cobra TV starts now. Now for today's clubs, there will be a Key Club meeting in the auditorium, an ESAC meeting in the Media Center, and a Dream and Green Club meeting in room 511, all at 2:30 p.m. There will also be a field trip for band to the school board building.
In sports news, we have a badminton match at Ronald Reagan Senior High.
Now to Abraham with our diarios en español.
Buenos días, Coda. Yo soy Abraham Quiano con esta noticia en español. Y ahora para los clubes de hoy. Hoy habrá un reunimiento de Key Club en el Auditorium, un meeting de ISAC en el Media Center, habrá un Dream and Green meeting en la habitación 511. Y por último, habrá una excursión para la banda en el Consejo Escolar. Eso será todo para hoy. Volvemos a la mesa.
Gracias, Abraham.
Well, Sammy, you know, it's actually 305 Alumni Week, and we got some alumni from South Miami that are teachers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
Let's check out who their favorite teachers were.
Good morning, Cobras. Today we're going to ask our South Miami Senior High alumni who their favorite teachers were at their time here. Let's get into it. All right, who am I here with?
Ms. Carrillo.
Okay, Ms. Carrillo. Who is your favorite teacher here?
Dr. Billings,
Why?
because she was always nice and genuine and she helped us out during school.
Okay, who am I here with?
Albert Alvarez.
Okay, Alvarez. Who was your favorite teacher here?
When I came to school here many years ago, my favorite teacher was George Cosgrove.
Why?
He was my government teacher, and he had a really interesting way of getting his point across and motivating us, and he inspired me to become a teacher.
All right, who am I here with?
Monica Duran.
Okay, Duran. Who was your favorite teacher here?
Actually, my favorite teacher when I was here in high school was my cheerleading coach. I believe she's still a teacher at Terra right now. Her name is Clara Haregi. She was never my actual teacher, but as my coach, she followed me through all my years in high school and was like an integral part of helping me develop into the young adult that I became.
And why was she your favorite teacher?
She taught math, and I believe that many times we actually went to her when we had like issues with our homework and stuff like that. So she was great with helping other kids, and like I said, I never really sat in her class as a student. I know she's an amazing teacher, but more than that, she was a great mentor.
All right, who am I here with?
Truby,
Okay, Truby. Who was your favorite teacher here?
my shop teacher, for sure.
Why?
Well, first of all, we called him Rhino, and he loved it. He was a great teacher. He inspired us. He got us to do things, but he didn't push us. If those of us that did it, and those that didn't, well, they're still on the corner with a paper cup begging for money.
All right, who am I here with?
I'm Miss Fernandez.
Okay, and Ms. Fernandez, who was your favorite teacher here?
My favorite teacher when I was a student here was Mr. Brandstetter. I had him for speech and debate, but what was really special about him was that he read all of my English papers and would sit with me and proofread everything. So thanks to him was how I developed my skill of being a pretty good writer.
All right, who am I here with?
Miss James.
Okay, Miss James, who was your favorite teacher here?
When I was going here, my favorite teacher, his name was Mr. Limo.
Why? Why was he your favorite teacher?
Number one, he was my English teacher. He was just such a very, very, very nice English teacher. One that I doubt that no one would ever have. No more. He was the best teacher here at South Miami Senior, the year 81 to 83.
All right, who am I here with?
Hi, I'm Raquel Santiago Argote, Mrs. Santiago.
Okay, Mrs. Santiago. Who was your favorite teacher here?
Well, so here I actually had two that made a huge difference and continue to make a difference in my life. I was in yearbook and newspaper. Ironically enough, I came back to do that, and that was Miss Kononoff. She was the yearbook and newspaper teacher, and I had her for 2 years. I was one of her editors when I was her business manager, and so I came back, and I get to be the Miss Kononoff now, so that's pretty cool. And then there's always the legend of Miss Galeri, who I still talk to my students, and I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah, I remember doing those kinds of things. I did those things with the newspaper that you're doing with the computer, and so she's here, and I just love seeing her every day. It's so cool to me to get to see someone that was my teacher, and I get to be alongside of her. So,
and why were they your favorite teachers?
Well, Kononoff just the experience of being in yearbook and newspaper, and then when I got to come back, I get to live the being Kononov moment. And Galeri, just because now when I look back, I think of the things I learned from her, things I still use, things I still quote or bring back to my own life and my own children, and that's very important as a teacher.
Thanks for watching, Cobras. Big thanks to all the teachers that we interviewed. And remember, once a Cobra, always a Cobra.
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of your Cobra TV News.
Also, remember to follow our school's Instagram at SMSH_Cobras for school updates and more. My name is Samantha Tepper.
And I'm Nico Oliva.
Have a great Cobra day.